Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the crypto space, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, the XRP Agent. So, I have a good show for you today. I'm going to be talking about how I feel that XRP is going to be at least $10,000 a coin. Now, I'm not giving no price predictions or anything like that. I'm just giving you some of the evidence that I see that proves that or gives credence or evidence that XRP is going to be hitting a minimum of $10,000 a coin. I said it before, I say it again. If Bitcoin can go up to almost $20,000, why can't XRP go surpass that when it was already designed for $10,000? And we have all these partnerships, the federal government, the Chinese, all these governments around the world going to be utilizing XRP. How is not going to rise in value? And right now, it is just it's a time to accumulate as much XRP as you can. I'm not a financial advisor. I, I'm just telling you how I feel, what I'm doing, because everybody's crying, oh, the price not going up, the price not going up. Hey, sell your XRP if you want, but you'll regret it later on because this is you know, a big decision. And you can't let your greed or your impatience you know ruin a chance of a lifetime. So let's check what the market is right now. I'm on live coin watch. So right now BTC dominance is at 66%. Okay, now we have a you know mostly red in the market right now. As you can see, we have a little green in there, but mostly red. And it's gonna be like this. I would say, hey, look at it as a 5-year hold at at a minimum, because this is your retirement plan. And traditional retirement plans take a long time, 20, 30 years, depending, maybe even 40 years. But with crypto, it's usually sooner than that, and you just gotta be patient. So uh, BTC Bitcoin is at $8,478, and so it's down 909. I mean 0.09%, 1% in the 24-hour. Ethereum is at $180, and I got a good story about Ethereum I'm about to get into. That's up, you know, you know, 0.02%, uh, down 1.6% in the 24 hours. And XRP, the golden child, um, um, it's at 26 cents. Woohoo! Hey, I don't know about you, but when I see 26 cents, I hear buy, buy, buy in my head screaming, you know, because let's do some funny math right quick. Let's say let's say you get 500 XRP times, let's say for easy math is 30 cents. That's $150. Let's say you hold that 500 XRP till it gets to 1200. You just lock it away, slap it in the escrow, forget about it. How much is that? $600,000. That's you know, that's a start. That's a good retirement, you know. But if you made it like five, um, well, not that high, but 5,000 XRP um times 1,200. You know, I'm just giving like a funny number. 6 million. You know, even if you like, well, hey, um, 5,000. How much would that cost you right now at 30 cents? $1,500. You know, pay $100 a week till what um times what 8 equals $200 a week for 8 weeks, or make it 16 weeks for $100, I would guess. But you see how the compound effect is working. And if you have more than that, the more you're patient, the more it'll pay off. So, but let's look at this article that I pulled up. XRP was designed for $10,000. The evidence is in the design by Mark Phillips. Now I don't know when exactly was this um, published. Either it was this year or maybe a few years ago, but it was February 18th. But he makes good sense about how XRP was created, and it goes in depth. So I'm going to read the article to you and then give you my thoughts. Okay, let's dig into the article, shall we? When XRP was created, it was designed to be a replacement for both international and retail financial systems in every market around the world. Man, that's exciting. Well, that's me talking. How do we know this? An examination on how XRP is constructed makes this evident. A somewhat famous quote from Ripple Labs co-founder Arthur Britto provides a tantalizing clue. In 2017, he wrote, XRP must be scalable to 7.5 billion people. We'll get back to this quote, but it does provide an insight into the scale of Ripple's ambitions to be used by the global population. First, let's examine some of the main features of XRP that support my claim that it was designed to carry $10,000 of value. Liquidity and availability. XRP primary use case is to enable cross-border payments that are faster, cheaper, and more reliable than the existing system, such as the SWIFT system. That's me ad-libbing a little bit. On the Ripple's own Insights blog, Shanna Leonard explained how XRP is the only digital asset specifically designed for financial institutions and payment providers by providing them with a reliable, on-demand source of liquidity for cross-border payments. According to Investopedia, liquidity describes the degree to which an asset or security can be quickly bought or sold in the market without affecting the asset's price. What we see in today's market is price volatility, as a relatively small amount of investors buy and sell XRP on the exchanges. Liquidity for XRP or any crypto comes at the it comes as the price rises. Higher price equals higher liquidity. The fact that Ripple Labs locked up some 55% of total XRP in time released escrow accounts and have been disciplined in relocking the unused portions of each release will help eventually drive up the price. Although institutional partners are likely buying XRP over the counter from these releases, this is not reflected in the public exchange prices. At the time of writing, XRP is available on the exchange for about 31 cents, which has been relatively consistent throughout the past year as prices across the entire crypto market have been depressed. Now, a little side note, if you follow cryptocurrency at all, you know Alex Cobb. Alex, Alex Cobb is the man. He's about 18 or 19. And earlier this year, let me pull it up right quick. Earlier this year, he interviewed Bob Way. This is a 3-hour video interview, and it's packed full of information. One of the one of the takeaways of this interview is he developed a patent to make the XRP price basically increase. So, with all this other information that we have in this article, and with moving more liquidity and having more banks and institutions use XRP, he also have a patent in place. I believe at some point is going to get activated to help drive the price. I will link this video in the description so that way you can check it out. And let's go to the next paragraph. In the previous 6 months, XRP's price ranged from 25 cents to 60 cents, which represents a 120% range either side of the medium. Even though this is a major movement, it is not problematic for the institutional use because of XRP's fast 1 to 5 second sentiment times. Okay. What is problematic, however, is that the price movement was driven by relatively small retail investments. To move the volume on the scale of Swift's $5 trillion of daily transactions require much more liquidity than is available in today's XRP pool. If the sum of 45 billion XRP are available, this would require a price of approximately $111. We know that the sum of XRP supply has been burned, lost via lost private keys, and a much larger percentage is probably locked up as long-term investors hold XRP. Thus, an even smaller supply of XRP and even higher price to provide a minimum liquidity to accommodate Swift. Okay. This problem compounds when XRP and other use cases are factored in. International remittances via MoneyGram, Sanfran, and others, retail payments, credit cards, and international and retirement investments such as Grayscale and Morgan Creek Capital will drive demand for liquidity. Fortunately, this added demand will also drive the price, which will provide the liquidity. In fact, the in fact, this creates a virtuous circle in which demand increases price, which increases liquidity and demand. So, how high can this go? The sky's the limit. All right, back to the article. If this entire 1.14 quadrillion volume of all asset classes was tokenized via XRP, that would require at least $11,400. Well, yeah, 11,400 per XRP. This isn't likely to happen, but if demand demonstrates the scale of liquidity that XRP is designed to handle. Wow. Let's bring this calculator back up. Let's say we have this 5,000 XRP. Whoops. 5,000 times 11,400 equals. If you can be patient, that's $57 million. I can live off a little chunk of change, but you have to be patient, and likelihood that's, like you said, not going to happen. But worst case scenario with FOMO and FUD and the low people locking up their keys and losing it, and you never know what's going to happen. A lot of people didn't um, dream that Bitcoin would be over $1, over $5, over $100. It was close to $20,000. You'll never know. So that's just something to think about. All right, let's go here. But what about the other end? Divisibility. In this, A British History of XRP, James Hunt noted that there is a max supply of 100 billion XRP being divisible by 6 decimal places, meaning that the smallest unit, one drop, is 1 millionth of an XRP. Why would XRP designers make this token so divisible? At a value of 31 cents, this is absurd. After all, who would possibly require the use of a 1 millionth of a 31 cents coin, I guess? But at the much higher token value, say $10,000 per XRP, that divisibility makes sense for two reasons: low transaction cost and affordability for small retail use. Okay. Is it starting to make sense, everybody? All right. Low transaction cost. The XRP ledger, Dave Portal, noted that the minimum transaction cost required by the network for a standard transaction is 0.00001 XRP, 10 drops. It's sometimes increased due to higher than usual load. Even at $10,000 per XRP value, the transaction cost still would only be approximately 10 cents US dollars. Like 10 cents. Wow. Affordability. 1 cent US is argumentedly the smallest denomination that would be necessary to use XRP as a means of transacting everyday retail exchanges. Even in developing markets where much of the population is unbanked, that could provide affordable access to banking and digital financial transactions for even the unbanked. In its 2017 Global Findex database, the World Bank found that about 1.7 billion adults remained unbanked. Without an account at a financial institution or through a mobile money provider, approximately half of these unbanked people live in just 7 countries. Bangladesh, China, India, Indonesia, Mexico, Nigeria, and Pakistan. The report also noted that because two-thirds of these unbanked populations have access to mobile phones, the door is open to mobile banking services. As long as mobile access can be combined with well developed payment systems. XRP, in the many financial systems that Ripple Labs is working with partners around the world to provide, will enable even the unbanked to have access to digital financial tools that are fast, stable, and affordable. Now, back at Arthur Brittle's statement that the XRP ledger needs to be able to scale to serve 7.5 billion people and even more devices. A new account a new account mechanism that should allow XRP Ledger to efficiently service humanity scale usage in a development is in development, excuse me. This would allow everyone to have an account on the XRP Ledger for low cost while providing necessary performance for humanity level services. I expect most users of XRP will use hosted accounts for their day to day needs, holding, holding small amounts of XRP price orders and marketing payments. Summary: the design decisions that went into creating XRP structure led me to believe that it was designed to operate at $10,000 and to survey and to serve truly $10,000 and to serve a truly global market. The obvious question that any XRP holder will ask is, will it get that high? I'm sure I hope so. I hope so. But there is no guarantee. If it happens, I don't think it will be in the first 5 years. But how high can it go? In a recent article, I explained how this new asset class can, and I believe will, absorb the 1.1 quadrillion value of all other markets. What do you think? Man, that was a nice article. And he has a disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an enthusiast who is convinced that the distributed ledger technology, DT, uh, DLT, blockchain, and other technologies, holographic and hypergraphic, are the future of all financial transactions. Because of this, I am invested in cryptocurrencies with a focus on XRP, Tron, TRX, BTT, and Holochain. Is Holochain still around? And Hoot. Okay, well, hey, that was a great article by Mark Phillips. Man, that you know, this just reinforces what I'm saying about XRP and the $10,000 price point. Now, um, going to Twitter right quick, Crypto Life, I finally see the big picture for XRP. The Federal Reserve Stock markets, remittances, companies, and banks will be on the off ramps for XRP. Talk about liquidity. He tagged a couple people. Um, but it is coming together. And all these people that I'm not following you, let me follow you. All right, I'm following you. Crypto Life, thank you for the comment. But let me go to Crypto Erie. Now, she all this good news. XRP is IRA approved, insured by Lloyd's of London. Man, I just, all right. Bradley Kimes, he's talking to David Schwartz. And I'm trying to hurry up because it's already a long video. Listen to how David is talking about, you know, wrapping up the volume.
Incredible win-win. Yeah. And the biggest thing for us is that it means that we have effectively an unlimited source of volume for on-demand liquidity transactions, and we have a motivated customer. So, and to be honest, like, it took us a while to get it right. It's been kind of a bumpy road, and it's nice to have somebody who can provide you as much volume as you can handle, so you can test easily, and without having someone who's got some patience and understanding. And the road's gotten a lot less bumpy recently.
Real-time applications.
And now it's just a matter of ramping up volume.
And David,
Such an incredible.
Just wrapping up the volume. Now, all right. Now, this is where their life, Tough Media, doing the documentary with Brad Kimes and a few other crypto XRP community members are out in Swell. And this is just a segment. I played this before, but listen to what David Schwartz says about the price.
Oh, really?
yeah, he's really great. David, what do you want for Christmas?
I'd say XRP at $1, but that'll get me in trouble. But I won't say that. I'll say that. I'll say what I'm supposed to say, and what I really would like to see is less toxicity in this community. I'd just like to see people who, I don't care what your favorite project is, nobody builds anything up by tearing something down. It just doesn't work that way. Oh, should we?
Did you?
Yeah, so they're going to the little Swell sign right here. There go Brad Kimes. But even David, everybody wants the price to go up, because once the price go up, is more liquidity. Everybody, will have more funds to work on their projects, and not to mention the investors, us, will have more cash in our pockets. As long as we don't sell everything, sell on the way up, but keeping majority of your bags. All right. Now, Alex Cobb, he mentioned a few days ago on November 10th, 9.1 million XRP ODL in the last 24 hours. Now, Mr. B, digital asset investor, they're talking to these bigwig bankers, and from what I've heard, the bankers was like trying to be buddy with the community members to get as much knowledge about Ripple as they can, because David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse was doing their thing, and so it probably didn't have much interacting time as they wanted to, because of their schedules like real thin. But Mr. B says, Alex, the amount of ODL that bankers told us that they could push through the ODL daily is struggling and will make your tweet look like a joke. You cannot believe the volume they are talking about. when the necessary corridors are open for business. Keep up the great work. I know I tweeted this, right? Let me retweet this. But it's all here. And all we have to do is be patient, So do your own due diligence. Check out my boy Alex Cobb um, page. Um, you can go to Ripple. Now, this article by the work by XRP Canada and the Working Money channel did a video on it. Check out this article. A lesson to be learned to anyone in crypto. When the next bull run commences, you will be emotionally ready to sell, and at that price point, make a plan and get ready. This is a very good story. Bottom line is a person that worked in Silicon Valley, I guess in Sacramento, and he invested money in the cryptocurrency uh, Ethereum, and um, he waited and he pulled out at the right time. But it's a great story. Um, check XRP Canada's link. I will leave a link in the description, and use the story to map out your own blueprint. This has been a long video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you appreciate me trying to educate you and trying to learn how to share this information in a nice and entertaining way. If you like it, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And please subscribe, tell your friends, and share it, retweet it. This has been the XRP Agent. Until next time, take care.